The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Have some fun. Now, I know you've had people tell you this or that. Sorry, don't take anything personally when I tell you you've been falling like a duck and a sheep. Biggest problem is you're trying to do something and you're listening to other people, but what if the information's wrong? What if you find out exactly what I tell you today could have changed your life a long time ago? So let's understand. Write down my name. It's Ray Reynolds. Write it on the tablet and pen. You're not ready? Go get it so we can begin. Main thing is understand today's date. I want you to get to millionaire, at least that. Can you please do that and follow through? That's the ultimate goal, at least that. I did that at 14 and a half years old. It's impossible. Then why did I do it? They call me the Godfather of Credit. Got that nickname on KNX Radio. Been on there about 48 years. Wow, live. So understand, there's no pictures. There's no recording. Why? Because I said so, number one. Number two, I need you to make it habit forming. You got to get it in your brain and understand how to play. So here we go. Bottom line is I'm online 6 days a week. And I like goodies. Don't you like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and yachts and mansions? I do. But the bottom line is I got raised by a bunch of she-devils from hell. What can I say? Born on a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She didn't want me. I got to be Mrs. Famous, Richie Hope. Mrs. Hope used and abused me with her son David all the time. So we have a choice today. Listen and learn, and let's follow through. But again, your journey today will begin with me, but please don't ever be offended what I say. If I say you're lazy, then get off your assets and follow through. If I say you're a little crazy, let's have some fun too. So understand, your journey, look at your age today. How old are you? Look at your past. That's a roller coaster of faith and persistence. We all go through bad times and good times too. Look behind the curtain and understand what that means. The bottom line now, I want you to talk about your personal credit. Here's our problem. Because you follow like ducks and sheep, your friends and family, when you started your credit report years ago, it took you about 3 years to figure it out and you still got it wrong too. Let me show you what I'm talking about today. Take all your credit cards or your personal wallet. Put a stick in the back of the card. You see, the reality is we have to do one thing. But don't take it personally. I want to dummy size it all. I don't want to think, I just want to do. So I want you to understand something today. If I have 2 cards and I have stickies in the back of the card, I can make sure I have a procedure and I can follow through. So here's the thing. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough. He was security chief at TRW and then became a superior. Now, what does that have to do? Credit reports. Let's understand. All right. TRW stood for the reports wrong. Thomas Raymond Warridge. Then they became a superior. So you're looking at your credit today and you want to make sure it's 750 and above. But here's the problem. Everything you've been doing is wrong. Sorry. What I'd like you to do is understand something today. Stick in the back of the card. We write down the limit. Then we say 25% is this. We maintain forever. We don't go past 29%. Now, what will that do for you? It'll create a line of defense. And also, if you have the 2 cards in front of you that I have, it's 100,000 of credit. It means you have 71,000 of safety credit. Case blankets a fan, lost a job or pandemic. See, we're fighting for our lives. We have since the day we were born. So today I want you to look at something right in front of you. Chapter 18. I learned that corporation's a legal person. It's right in front of you. Let's circle it. A corporation's a legal person that may sue or be sued. So you watch your grocery stores, your banks, and cities file bankruptcy and get a tax credit in front of you, and you didn't learn how to play the game. Now, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. So let's understand. So when I learned this at 7.5 years old, I wrote it down. They told me I was weird. I went to the Torrance Police Department. Next door was a librarian. Ma'am, what does this mean? She walked away rudely to me. All right, and then she came out. Here's a microphone. It's a book. She was a Anyway, I read the book. Problem is, you didn't get a blueprint. I didn't get a blueprint. That's what I'm looking for. See, we all need to know the rules and tools. And most people say that knowledge is power, full of crap. So what did I do? I went back to the library for 2 years because I had to create a blueprint for me. I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries. I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. I didn't even have to apply. People got credit cards in the mail years ago, in the 70s and 80s, without applying. They weren't using their SSN like a bunch of dummies do today. So let's understand. 100,000 of credit in the mail. I got named the movie Dave. So I want you to understand what happened next for me. When I was 12 and a half years old, I got named in a lawsuit. You see, I didn't realize the word Braille belonged to the Braille Institution. See, Helping Hand, we started the first Orange County Blind Center when I was 12 years old, and I used the word Braille. So we got sued and pulled into court. Scared the crap out of me. But again, I had to master trade name, trademarks, and copyrights. And I told the judge that I did that. He tested me and said, wow. So let's understand. Here's what I want you to think about. Corporation, you might have one. Oh, goody for you. You spent thousands for a piece of paper, didn't learn diddly squat. I think you got ripped off by the creditor, the company that incorporated you, your attorney, or your CPA. That's just my opinion today. So a corporation gets sued. At the end of the day, you're fighting for your life. You could be right all day long. We're still going to pay that retainer too. I created a division process in 1985-86. So I want you to write down, never bring the pain home ever again. So let's understand. If you have a corporate, when you get a corporation, they'll see the name, Secretary of State, you will see your name in the corporation. Remember, we were told by those grown-ups going blah, 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 don't put all your eggs in one basket. They couldn't explain it to me. I asked them all the time. I thought they were just stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were stupid, sorry to say. So I invented division process. We're going to explain that to you today too. So if a corporation is sued, they're going to sue you. You take everything you got and hand it to them too. Got no choice. So let's understand today. The next thing is put all your ducks in a row. They kept saying that too. Now, what does this mean? Simple. A corporation, 3 divisions, and $1 million of credit, and never bring the pain home. See, I gave them solutions. So I got a foolproof program that you can't even screw up as long as you follow through. I got some rich and famous clients too. Isn't it fun? All right, doesn't matter if they come from homeless, college professor, movie star. Doesn't matter if they work for Pixar too. They can get all the things they want to do. So let's play. Even people coming out of prison. Here's free Ray, Ricky Dicky Ross. I built him gold and platinum cars up to $1 million. Is that okay? Thomas was in prison for 26 years. Within 8 months, I rebuilt his life to millionaire. Would you like to join him? So let's go back to basics where you didn't pay attention to. Sorry to say. Franklin D. Roosevelt, our president, January 30, all right, 1934. He did what's called confiscating the gold. He took all the gold from all the U.S. citizens. All right, it was called the Old Gold Act. He put it in Fort Knox. Oh, goody. So that means at that time, if you got your Social Security card, you did it for you at 14 to 16 years old. And there's a big difference there. So I need you to pay attention because you didn't do this before because you made yourself a duck and a sheep. So what happens is we had the Gold Act. Okay. So next, what happened from there? All right. August 1971, President Nixon takes out and removes the Gold Act. From that time forward, that moment, that day, every woman delivering a baby was forced to give an SSN form. The hospital where she just delivered the baby, they hand her the form from the IRS. It's called SS what? 5 equals SSN. And everyone had to get tax, and probably two were dead. So your biggest problem not to understand the rules and tools. So let's understand the biggest mistake people make in the United States of America. You watch people come to our country and make millions and billions, and you sit there going, beep, 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 beep. That's about it, folks. So let's understand an SS5 form equals SSN. Social Security number. There's only one, and that creates your 1040 tax return. That means we, the people, and they basically have to pay tax, and probate when we're dead. They reach in the grave and take that too, and no problem because we're kind of like sheep and ducks. Corporation, Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, cities, grocery stores. They file bankruptcy on locations by using an SS4 form because it's a tax ID. Debt follows tax ID. Debt follows SS5, SS4, and the best of the SSN2. Wow. So let's dissect it. This form, I want you to pay attention to because the other one you didn't pay attention to. Legal name of entity or individual person. It's right there. So let's understand. Let's do it one more time. An SS5 form equals SSN, which creates a 1040 tax return, as you know, as a Social Security card. The SS4 equals 1120 tax return, known as a tax ID. By the way, you never had to bring the pay number in the first place. Why did you do it? Can you explain it to me? You follow, oh, my brother, my cousin, my uncle, my mommy, my daddy. So in other words, you followed people telling you something stupid, and you found yourself you were doing something stupid, and you brought the pain home to your family too. Well, I think that should stop today. So let's understand. I get dummies all the time. I don't pay tax. I've filed tax return years. Go to prison. What do you really belong to? All right. You can't be a tax fraudster. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. You go to prison like Wesley Snipes did. So let's pay attention today. If we go to irs.gov, we can file a single filing tax return, join in together like husband and wife, and almost never pay tax again, as long as you play by the rules. Got it? So the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. All right, you're not stupid, but you follow stupid people who got used to doing something stupid too. Why corporate cash credit? Simple. If we understand something, remember something. Your personal credit, you jacked it up, you dropped the score, you can't get any more, and you can't run a dilly squat. That's called stupid. Okay, you're not stupid, but you did something stupid. Use a little bit of personal credit, I give you that. When it comes to the corporate cash credit, it's all under tax ID. In my system, I get to build credit reports instantly. So that way it's all a write-off. The next thing is, I call it free money, as long as you maintain the monthly payment. I mean, where are you going to get the money to start a business or build a business for real? Come on. You're going to win the lottery, get a raise, somebody going to hand you $1 million freaking bucks? Good luck with that. There's a reason why 97% are dead broke and 65 and 3% have a pot to piss in, because you got to learn to play. And the next thing is not hurting the family. Next, we have to think divisions are the line of defense. I'll explain that as we go. Build your legacy for your family. You see, I'm sorry, but you didn't get anything in your family to leave you anything. We have to change the world in the direction to build legacies. So here's the United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 corporations. They call them states. States got corporations. They call them cities. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy into the Federal Protection Act. So they can bankrupt the debts of 11 cities so far. And literally, all right, basically not just get away with it, but that's just the way it works. See, they planned the problem. That's what I want you to do. We, the people. A corporation is a legal person. So we can stop bringing the pain home starting today. So why did I create division process? Simple. I didn't want to make the same mistake you do. And I wanted a second chance in case I screwed up too. Ultimate goal, you'll need 9 divisions at least. As we play, I need you to write down division of me. Can you do that for me? Division of me. Let's think. Here's that form again, line 1, entity or individual person. I'm allowed to take your name and put it on line 1. Corporation, division, or subsidiary. I can build a corporate umbrella. That way the divisions become the ducks versus the corporate you. As we play the game, let's remember something today. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini. What are the ones I obtained? Simple. Now, if I buy it under me, it's $6,800 a month. And the reality is one thing happens if I can't pay the bill, they take it away, creditor, and then they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So now I have 2 problems, IRS problem, all right, 1090-C, and now I have a credit problem. So I really screwed up. That's called double dum-dum. If I buy it through the corporation and they sue the corporate, still sue me because I'm a duck and a sheep. So the only way I can do this is find the solution. Can you pay attention? Can you turn these up today? I bought the Lamborghini under division of a corporation. I showed you SSN versus SS4, right? I guarantee SS4, so that way it's a division process. Now let's understand, I have no intent to do fraud. If I need to do the 3-step, I invented it for me, you can use it too. I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. That means I can push the bad piece over here like the banks and the grocers and cities do. I can manage my corporation, they're the pieces. So we're making money. Here, if I have to bankrupt it under the Federal Protection Act, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to try to save up to 6 months. But if I had to say bye-bye, I'll say bye-bye. Your banks, your grocery stores, and cities did this too. So then I build my corporation as more. So your problem is you allowing yourself to be one because it makes a lonely number. When we sign a lease on a building, we sign it as a division of a corporation, not the corporation. We guarantee it as a division of us, all based on tax ID process. So again, as you do properties, you don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up. Next thing, we got to look at the SS4 again, because it's confusing with all the BS out there and tickety-tock, Google and YouTube. You need an LLC. You need this. Oh, the rich and famous people do this. I mean, some stupid person saying the LLCs across the board, which they're public record on the Secretary of State's website. I've never seen something so stupid in my life. And the man doesn't have a pot to piss in anyway. And he's trying to tell you something. Give me a break. The other problem you got is based on the SS4. So let's understand something today. All right, as you receive money in the SS4, you're only taxable when you're profitable. Until then, it doesn't matter what type of corporation you set up. So let's understand how to play. The next thing is we have the Fair Lending Act. You have 12 acts. Under the Fair Lending Act, a creditor can give you a card, you or the corporation, and then you're entitled to 99 more. How many would you like? So the goal would be let the corporation build itself, and that way you don't steal from your family. That's the ultimate goal. Let's play. So let's remember again, let me show you slowly. Corporation, replace myself as an SS4. The corporation got a Lamborghini worth $1 million, but it's the division. If something goes wrong, I'm going to do the 3-step. I'm going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. And if I have a problem, I'm going to bankrupt it under the Federal Protection Act, the banks, roasters, and cities do. Again, I'm going to replace myself again as a division of a corporation. And I'm not going to stress myself out like you. And on top of that, all right, I'm going to maintain my 750 and above. Got it? So let's learn to play. Me, division, guaranteed credit, house, franchise. Isn't the ultimate goal not to bring the pain home? I don't understand stupid. Do you understand stupid? Because people do stupid things and fall like stupid people. But we're not stupid. So, corporate umbrella. As we play, let's remember something today. I would like you to go to the Secretary of State's website through your computer today. If you have a corporation, find your corporation and find your name. You're the incorporator, you're the officer too. If you use your home address, jump up and kick yourself in the asset and say what you did was stupid. Because now you allow them to sell you in a mailing list. 87% of all corporations, not only do they fail, but they use their home address too. That's called silly and dumb. So if we do it my way, I'm going to teach you how to put your ducks in a row. Is that okay? Because I had to create something for the grown-ups when I was a kid. When they sue the corp, they sue you. That makes you a duck. That kind of sucks. So the division process, the line of defense. Got it so far? As we play 2 per item. And all of a sudden, remember again, as long as you have no intent to do fraud, you can disconnect, isolate, incorporation, and division. Now, if you have a corporation, or I hand you one because I've been given for free for 45 years, and I get you a $100,000 credit card, okay? My next question would be, would you like 9 sisters? Would that be okay? So that way you can get it to $1 million or even $100 million to $10 million of credit. Borrow money is not taxable, and your goal is the faster you can get to corporate credit, the better you're going to be. That's the ultimate goal, not to bring the pain home. As we play corporate credit, write-off, personal credit, not. Got it so far? So here's a $100 million building across the street from South Coast Plaza Mall. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini, a $5 million mansion, Huntington Beach Harbor, largest U-Dock in Huntington Beach. Here's one of the race boats. What are they? Things I obtained. My next question, why didn't you? So again, the goal should be, let's get up to the first 100,000 as fast as possible, and then basically get the American dream. You have one source, which is me, Ray Reynolds, willing to hold your hand every step of the way and never bring the pain home. I like goodies. If you like goodies, let me know, because I like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and buildings and goodies too. If you like, you could be the next corporate millionaire. My foolproof program is very simple. There's no way you can screw it up. Or you just have to follow through. So if you'd like to have some private coaching with me, It's very simple. I'm 25,000 a day with corporations or 3,000 an hour all the time. Here's a way my wife calls this my hobby, and that's why I'm on the 6 days a week. So here you have one call for $250. You have 3 for $499. You have 7 for $799, or you have 26 for the rest of the year for $27.99. Now, if you let me add you to my system, I can rebuild you. That's just one of the $5 million mansions I obtained. So what is your goal today? Next thing is please find out how many working days are left. So figure out the rest of the year. You're almost ending your second quarter, the last month of the second quarter. How many working days do we have left? So I'd like you to think something like I do. I always get maps, put them on the wall and circle them. Okay? I call it circling your city. If you dissect your city today, how many franchises, storage units, apartment complexes, duplex, you can start targeting your future. Start circling the city because that's what you need to do. As you do this, the goal would be see it, believe it, go get it. So I'm online 6 days a week to help you. It's up to you to show up. All right, I can't force you to do that. But again, I've been doing this in person or online for 45 years. Now, I want you to think about something today. Every one of you, you want the American dream. The American dream is drive your car of your dreams, live on the hill. Everybody sees you, they get dilly squat. Next thing is on the American dream is you want a residual income, money coming into the corporation all the time. So if we look at a $100,000 credit card from Wells Fargo, corporate card, tax ID, don't have to do anything besides write it all off anyway. If I take 100,000 off of a corporate card and I put it in the bank, I'm going to reference it by 3 times 5. That will become up to $1.5 million of corporate credit. Borrow money is not taxable, so your goal is to get borrowed money to finance the American dream because you're not winning the lottery today. That corporation will get a franchise, an apartment complex, 2 entities, separate liability. Your next goal would be thinking the first 100,000 can give you financial freedom. That is between 10,000 and 50,000 a month. There you go. You might even think about Section 8 properties. You have states, or 14 of them. You can get a house literally for $45,000. Maybe it's 100,000, based on what you pick, or 250 or 500,000. The goal is create residual income based on just ideas and different types of business you can play with. So here's your legacy if you want. 3 divisions, and Section 8s always get paid during pandemics. So again, that's 10,000 to up to 50,000 a month, the ultimate goal. I have this boot camp coming up this next weekend, June 30th, July 1st and 2nd. We're going to dissect all 18 books and CDs. Our theme this coming up was going to be legacy, leaving to corporation, irrevocable trust, and planning to die. As we do this boot camp, keep in mind, like today, I'd like you to look in the mirror for 5 minutes. Do nothing besides stare at yourself. Ask yourself the question, all right, what did you do yesterday to create your first $1 million? You probably sat there, sorry to say, went, it's about it, folks. Our goal would be, all right, thinking differently. Do you have the repo list for cars, boats, houses, and apartment and duplexes? Do you have the probate list in your local area? All right, divorce list, sell, supply, and vendor credit. Corporation should have $1 million of cash credit, so every entity as well. Then it should focus on checkbook money, supply, and vendor money too. So if you run hard enough, by the time you turn around, you'll be having a $10 million company. But the biggest problem I have will be you. Don't think, just do. People hold themselves back all the time. I mean, come on. You're getting older. I understand. You're getting slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. But the reality is, what's the next 6 years or 10 years of your life going to look like? Let's repackage you. Expos, franchises, and hedge funds. So you don't want to miss the next boot camp. Next thing is, here is an ultimate package. You get 30 days of phone calls. You get the boot camp. You get 90 days of level 1, 2, and specialty classes, and 9 divisions. So you have 6 ways to get into this program. So do yourself a favor, Take a picture of this page. I'm allowing you to. So it comes with all the bonuses. 10,000 is $19.99. All bonuses, $29.99, up and away. All the way up to $500,000 credit. As we play, it is a Zelle. Take a picture of Zelle. Understand Zelle is an instant, Ray Reynolds recipient, and then Ray at racecredit.com. Ultimate Go. I like the goodies. Let's repackage you so you can get your goodies too. Next thing is God's gift, mansion in the harbor, race boats and Lamborghinis, and also yachts too. So let's understand, we can play and get all the goodies we want to. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini, helicopter, Lamborghini, and buildings too. So me, I accomplish all my goals because I won't stop till I do. There's no excuse. I've been retired for over 30 years. Don't get a paycheck for 30 years. So the bottom line is you get to learn to play. That is a white dude, all right, breaking the fastest and highest kick on the planet. By the way, it's me in 1981. So in other words, white men do jump, and a lot of stupid people say we don't. I don't understand stupid. So I kicked at the lights at night because I've been kicking the door jam since I was 10. From there, no matter where you come from, you can reach your goals too. Now, when I hear no, I say thank you, walk away, and find a way anyway. Lack of knowledge is why men and women do stupid things. So stop bringing the pain home. Understand I'm the #1 consultant worldwide for the last 30 plus years, and let's play. 1,000 steps to millionaire and learn to be the certified CFO. My legacy is very simple. I'm going to leave about $10 billion to corporations in my family. I don't want them to have to pay tax. So let's understand. What legacy did you get from your family? It's probably a big fat zero, sorry to say. I'd like you to think what I'm trying to accomplish. All right, bring in 2.6 billion at 26 was fun for me. All right, that's corporate structure into the billions. Okay, so if I could get everybody to listen and we start leaving legacies to our family, all right, they get to control the legacy residual income forever. See, everybody usually after they're dead, it's all done. It's because people screw it all up or they just piss it away. So your legacy today, let's think about it. What are you leaving when you die? I have a program planning to die. A corporation with 3 divisions. Your corporation can live forever, but you cannot. So we have to understand. All right, when we leave and we leave behind, we're dead. The ones you leave behind should take over your legacy. Let's write down UCC1 and irrevocable trust, okay? Let's understand something today. Everything in your house or your office should be listed up, all right, and then turn it into a note. And you can actually turn it into a chattel mortgage, borrow against it, or you can tie it into irrevocable trust. Who do you want to get all your goodies when you're dead? All right, Ultimate Goal Corporation. So let's think about something. If we leave everything to an irrevocable trust, not a living will, which would be stupid, because that's probate and that's your family getting hurt, everybody's sucking out all the money. Irrevocable trust. This means whoever controls the trust controls the goodies. So mansions, race boats, yachts, whatever you want, who are you going to leave it to? I want you to focus. I like building credit, all right, up to 10 times more than you invest in a program with me. And that's personal business credit as we play. Let's draw the diagram in front of you, okay? It's a corporation with divisions. Let's think Bank of America signed 100-year leases for every branch number they have, and they have bankrupt 5,000 plus. They got a tax credit when they made the decision. You went home and went boo-hoo-hoo. So you look at Chase, US Bank, and Wells Fargo, they do the same thing too. Next, you have literally Sam's Club. And on top of that, Geico, cities. So if we could listen and learn from me, we could change the world starting today. We can stop bringing the pain home. We could become a certified CFO, and we can reprogram our brains to millionaire status. Are these turned up loud enough today? So this means you can start using my blueprint that I created at 9.5 years old at the Torrance Police Department next door in the library too. I call my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. So we get 1 SSN, we get 1 SS4. We got to learn to play. I want you to pay attention to my thought of the week today. Now that you have some tools, Okay. The ultimate goal is about time to take the tools. All right. And it's time to see it, believe it, and go get it. There's no excuse. Okay. Because if you don't get off your assets and go get it, the rally's never going to happen. So we have choices today. We can learn to play the game and win. Let me repackage your whole life, not just credit and all the pieces. Let's repackage you. So draw the diagram in front of you. If you do it my way, a corporation managing entities, you stop bringing the pain home no matter what, because that protects the corporate, protects your family. You put your ducks in a row, and you let me repackage your whole life under the corporate structure, and that way you get to win. I have a TV show coming up next year. That's why this is my last and final year for 6 days a week. From here, rich and famous people. Their clients too. What most of you did is you sat around the kitchen table with your friends and family, and you said, let's start a business. Everybody got excited, and then someone says, what if something goes wrong? Well, let's understand. You hawked your credit, you dropped the score, can't get any more, and you can't write out dilly squat, and you hawked your house. I'm sorry, we use a little bit of personal credit for the business. That'd be fun. The rest would be stupid. And you're not stupid. The goal is never to bring the pain home. Got it so far? So understand, write down today's date, project 90 working days. Let's see it, believe it, go get it. Now, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. Page 6 says, all right, cash flow free time. By the way, I wrote it in the book first before anyone else did try to steal it from me. So again, I sold the blueprint called the Mainers Founders Kit at the Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. So if you want a copy of the blueprint, 12 books, CDs, no problem. It's free. Yes, I'll hand it to you for free as long as you pay $99 shipping and handling. And then we'll ship it right away. There you go. The blueprint up to $1 million of credit too. As we play, there's a Zell for the $99. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. Now, my new book's coming out. It has DVD inserts and little memory sticks and removable inserts. It goes for $2,000. Ultimate goal. So starting a business, running a business, oh my goodness. You don't know if the people around you are going to knock you off the cliff, catch you, you're going to die, or that's just the bottom line. The people around you are the ones that hurt you the most. So what do? My routine is very simple. I've been getting up at 2:25 every morning since I was 2.5 years old. If I waited till 2:30, the abuser would get me. So I had to get the hell out of there as fast as possible. I went to my knees this morning at 2:25, said, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. When you're used and abused as a kid, you can feel sorry for yourself or get off your assets and go get it. I've been putting myself in check since I was a little boy. I look in the mirror. I don't listen to a bunch of dummies that go blah, 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 like most of you do with your friends and family, and they cloud your direction, which kind of sucks. So let me show you what happened to me on July 9th, all right, and basically from there, July 4th and July 5th, what happened, 14 years ago. It doesn't matter if you're worth millions and billions. You got your 3 yachts in the backyard like I did, helping people 6 days a week, having fun. What happens next? I get to die. I'm in a coma. I'm somebody else, somewhere else, but I'm dead there, but I hear what's going on in the room. Tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. Jesus gives me the choice to stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. See, I'm going to show you I'm God's example for you, okay? I had to move 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old. All right, go to school in Watts, Torrance, Hawthorne, Long Beach, all the great areas. You had to learn to kick it or run, and I'd rather die than run. So I've been shot twice, knife 6 times. I have no excuses. Now you met me, neither do you. It's all time to get off your assets and let's go get it. No more excuses. No more feeling sorry for yourself too. So I'm truly God's example for you. As we play, I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. All right, see, being a Christian's a way of life, no moment in time. Ultimate goal. So I got to get you past go and get you unstuck. We can show you Lamborghinis, Duffy's, mansions, and how white men do jump. And stupid people say we don't. And then more Lamborghinis and basically race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Dogs, yachts, and Ferraris too. I call this Ray's Rules. Is that okay with you? So let's understand how to play the game. We have to start with the blueprint step by step so you don't screw it up. It's called see it, believe it, go get it. From here, credit repair is a fraud. I don't understand why people were stupid in paying a credit repair company $100+ a month when they're not allowed to collect money up front, and they do. And at the end of 2 years, they still have shitty credit, which they do too. I don't understand stupid. So let's remember, they don't have a magic wand. If you're paying one of those companies, you got to stop right away because you have to rebuild your credit. That's just the truth. As you play, write down section 611 today, the rules and tools. So here's what happens today. If you have a collection account, we can dispute it. If it doesn't go away and charge it off, they want their money now. You can't rip off your creditor. You got to man up and woman up. So here's the 3 steps you need to know. All collection items that are open collection, you need to negotiate. All cards should be at 25, 29%, but 2 cards. That's where the sticky comes in place. From there, we do the rapid rescore I invented 39 years ago. And I invented rapid and rapid scoring as well. So when I was training Ken Yarborough and playing with Harold Stokes. So I call this basically the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. You're not stupid, but sometimes what you do is kind of stupid. Do you think so? So you can maintain your 750 or you can build $1 million cash credit to a corporation. Simple. So here's your first 25 steps today. Please pay attention. Credit Karma is called Intuit Credit Karma. They were bought out by Intuit on 2020, December 3rd. They're free, but there's no phone number to help you. If you allow me to repackage your life and tear apart your credit, build it up like Humpty Dumpty again, I'm going to put you in workshops, and I'm going to basically call out your case number, all right, on a Saturday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in rotation. So I'm going to tell you personally what you need to do. Here's the form and application you didn't pay attention to. That's the one for getting the application for Social Security card. So if we pay attention this time, it says full name at birth other than above or other names you want to use. So SS5 equals SSN, which is 1040 tax return to track our income the rest of our life till we're dead. From here, if we take our Social Security card out of our personal wallet today, and this time read it front and back, it'll say do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes, and don't carry with you. And it always says property of Social Administration, not you. So let's understand today, you got your SSN. That way you can file your 1040 tax return and they can tax you till you're dead. You worked for a company, a first world company years ago. You found out half your money is missing. You go, where's my money? Then they pointed out the IRS gets their cut. You get the leftover. That's what makes us ducks and sheep. So understand a corporation's a legal person. All right, and we the people working in conjunction, files at 1244, and almost never pays tax ever again. There's the goal to play. So we get 1 SSN, we're all ducks and sheep, and a corporation gets 1 SS4. That means if the corporation is sued, we're kind of screwed up, aren't we? So let's be careful with that too. So let's understand division process solves that problem for you and everyone else too. We have to basically have divisions of entities and tax IDs. So we have the ability to basically never bring the pain home and to become a certified CFO, learning to play. I got to repackage you now. That means I have to repackage your personal credit. Okay, no matter if it's good or bad, I got to still add history and all kinds of things too. That way you literally understand. You can become that certified CFO for the corporate divisions. At the same time, I'd like you to master the SS4 form. Choose wisely, put your ducks in a row under the same corporate umbrella. If not, then they sue the corp, they sue you. So let's look at that form one more time. The SS5 equals SSN 1040. In the corner there, it says SS5. By the way, that's the IRS. So let's compare to the SS4, legal name of entity or individual person. Banks and grocery stores and cities separate liability, but you don't. You allow yourself to be one. The ultimate goal, we tear that form apart again, and we notice this is banking and credit purposes. So that's 1 per entity, which gives you a second chance to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. Your corporation should do 4 things. It should buffer tax. No tax is due till you're profitable. Corporation gets cash credit to tax ID. It writes it all off too. The car is fleet price. Hotels free buffet. Now the divisions should be your line of defense, because you can get another one when you screw up. It has more lives than you, with no intent to defraud. They're cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price. Multiple credit reports in real estate, separate pieces and liability, flippity dippity doos, and make sure you separate your liability too. So a division under a corporation umbrella would give you literally the line of defense. The corporate umbrella, tax ID, and credit reports. So this way you can finance the divisions and the entities and many things you want to do. Now, I will guarantee exactly what I say I can do as long as you're part of the program. That means you have to pay attention, go to class, not following your what. So violation is jacking up cars. Don't do that. I add history to you in corporate divisions, and that doesn't mean you get these pre-qualified, pre-approved. No, that's all a bunch of BS still. So we're not here to play push me, pull me. So please do not violate. If you do, you will pay a fee for your next violation, or you're basically rapid rescore, or we're forced to close your case. So if you have an open collection account, please negotiate. IRS has a form called 656, 433A and B, passion, not chase future. We get the game to play, we want to win. So here's that 750 waiting for you again. If you allow me to analyze your credit, allow me to do a rapid refresh, tear it apart, your score will be above 750 guarantee. You got to be part of the program. Here's a client. She has a 651. She doesn't really have bad credit, but she just outbalanced her debt and screwed it all up. So I got her 132 points. So here's no green lights, and then I created the green lights. That's what a rapid score will do for all of you. Next, here's the person who filed bankruptcy. They screwed up everybody who's in bankrupt them. Here's your first $500 unsecured credit card. Build it up again. Here's 11 collection accounts. Screwed up everybody almost. So here we go. Here's $3,000 unsecured card to balance your debt again. So the goal is to understand when I rebuild your credit, rapid rescore. You go to class on Saturday. You pay attention because the target is 750. We charge $999 with a $1,000 card back to you. That way you can kind of reimburse yourself. During the broadcast with me right now, you have the ability to get a half price discount. See, I don't have to pay a commission or a salary because I don't get a paycheck. So if you want the $499 and a $500 card to reimburse you again, right there in front of you, it's simple. You would Zelle $499. There's a picture again. Take Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. Next, if you want to give referrals, please do. We will build you more credit, or we'll sell you back 10% when they sign up, as long as they maintain your name. They tell us it's you. From there, if you want to guarantee that, email me phone number, the name of the person too. So I need you to do yourself a favor. All right. I want you to think about something right now. You're on the national mailing list, okay, and the robocall list. So this means if you're a voter like me, they sell that list 412 times a year. The next thing is you have a cable bill, maybe a corporation. So if you want off the national mailing list, all you have to do is call 888-567-8688, opt out for 5 years, maybe a lifetime. The next thing I want you to do is start planning the problem. I'm sorry, one of your friends and family ripped you off. They really did. I'm sorry you spent thousands of crap that didn't work. The solution is you need a coach. Since I'm the #1 coach worldwide for 30 years, maybe you'll choose me and you'll put that stick in the back of those cards. You'll create the line of defense. All right, all dashboards the way I designed it for Yarborough years ago. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So the bottom line is the truth. It'll set you free. So that sticky will give you the discipline you've been lacking all along. And you should have known these rules and tools when you started your file again. All right, a long time ago too. So let's understand. All right, I know you have an emergency. We all do. When you jack up these cards, you get stuck. You dropped your score. You can't get any more, and you can't run out dilly squat. That's called stupid, sorry to say. The ultimate goal is understanding credit. So you have two cards on planet Earth, gold and platinum cards, that do not fluctuate your credit at all. You can max them out $1 million as long as you maintain the payment. The ultimate goal is not to bring the pain home, but that's up to you. When somebody loses their job or has an emergency, they always usually do the same thing. It's simple. They run out of time, they run out of money, then they go jack up their credit. They jack it all up in 42 days to feel sorry for themselves. And they want to tell all the friends and family, and they all go boo-hoo. That stops today. Let's pretend today these are turned up really loud, and you said you needed $5,000 now. You ask your friends, your family, the bank, they say no. But the average person wastes $50 every other day. So if we have a $5,000 credit card in my hand like I do, the payment's $50 a month. So what the average person wastes and kind of pisses away in a given month, they could have maintained a safety credit card too. They say the average person wastes $140 a week. That's $600 a month. So this means I can turn around $50,000 off a corporate credit card. All right, write it all off too, and I can get 2 pizza restaurants during the pandemic. All right, using some common sense. Is that okay with you? Oh, there's those white men can jump things, and only stupid people say we can't. Next, Nixon took the gold standard out. Please write down Ray's rules. What if you listen and you get the 2 cards up to $100,000, $50,000 each, 29% utilization? That gives you $71,000 of safety, in case blank hits the fan, loss your job, or pandemic. If we use corporate credit to start a business, all right, and build itself, it makes sense. Something screws up, it's a division, never the corporate, never you. That way you protect your family too. So let's have our cake and eat it too. Step number 7 today. Become a certified CFO. Ultimate goal, but it's up to you to follow through. There I am, dead in the coma. I wish you could have said and say boo, scare the hell out of me. That would have been funny. But again, I was dead. H1N1. Once you Google the address today and find out I'm telling you the truth. Simple. See, for some reason, God's allowed me to go into a coma at 5.5. I was crippled for life. All right, simple. All right, Jesus said, get up. I got up, freaked him out. Last coma, I got to die and come back and help you. So I think the devil's trying to knock us down and hold us back and hold us down too. But God's delays aren't God's denials. So we have the ability to understand that corporation's illegal what? Person. And what do we get to do since I started my blueprint at 7.5 years old? The lack of knowledge is what makes people do stupid things. You need to learn how to play. And again, I am the founder of Helping Hand Industries. 100,000 credit in the mail, got named in the movie Dave. So let's understand, when I got sued at 12.5 years old, I needed a better way. I needed a solution too. So my goal is to teach the whole world never to bring the pain home in the first place. So a division. So this means it allows you to set up and run a division, different locations, different items, what you want to do. If we want to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, we're allowed to. If we want to separate liability from tenants, each one piece of property, we get to do that too. So always think about a division to build cash and supply credit. Okay, that is the American dream. Write it all off at the same time, becoming a certified CFO. So I got credit from my cat years ago to prove my point. Egg Magazine interviewed me at the Bonaventure, and I said use plastic to finance your business. Then their next article came out too. So let's understand today, I tell you, you need 9 divisions, corporate umbrella. So let's listen carefully. If you allow me to take and get you a tax ID in my system, it builds instant credit reports. And then I get to line you up, Spirit, Treasury, and Equifax, and build you cash credit. From there, I can help you line up to get checkbook money, the ultimate goal. As we play, it takes 9 divisions up to $1 million. It takes 41 to create up to $5 million too. So we pay attention. Let's understand today. If you look at your corporation, if you have one today, Secretary of State's website, hopefully scares the crap out of you. See, 87% of people use their home address, and then they fail in the first year. It's called stupid, and you're not stupid. We're going to teach you how to put your ducks in a row, which the dummies didn't know how to do that when I was a kid. The corporation is sued. Right now, they're going to sue you. You become a duck and a sheep. Divisions give you the line of defense. That's the ultimate goal. So my tax ID and my divisions and my setup and my dashboards allow me to build for you if you allow me to. So I get all kinds of excuses from people. Wah. Nobody cares. I'm sorry. I mean, when I came out of coma, everyone on the risk fame people said they're going to help me. They didn't help. They don't know my name. I sold my wedding ring. I sold my Rolex, my necklace, whatever it took. So let's understand something today. Use personal credit a little bit to start a corporation. I'll give you that. Use it to build a business. That's called stupid. See, a corporation is allowed to build itself, just like you build credit to you. So let's understand. Using its own cash credit, you get to write it all off. If I get you a card for 100,000 to $1 million, my next question would be, because I invented daisy chaining credit, would you like 9 sister cards? Each division is entitled to entity, franchise, real estate, whatever it is. So you can create a pack of 10, which gives you on one card up to $1 million again. Simple to do if you know how to play. Then you have to pay attention to me. So the goal is, that's how you get your first $1 million of cash credit. As we play, American Express will even offer you 99 more cards. It's right in your face. From there, they offer you lines of credit as well. So understand a division. I will get the tax ID for you. I will add 2,000 of history. I will build a corporate umbrella for those divisions that have credit reports too. We sell it for $4.99 each. So that means 3 for $14.97 on the webinar with me. The office sells for $1,000 each. So your goal is to Zell if you want the 3 now. Up to you. So let's understand, if I build you cash credit, why don't you loan it out, free up your time? Why don't you replace your income or enhance it? Because you can. Now, I like goodies, so let's understand goodies. How many goodies would you like? But you should get up to $1 million of credit cards and $5 million of checkbook money. So $100,000 to $1 million of supply and vendor credit. You don't pay a bill within 90 days. It's OPM. All right, I'm the original OPM in the first place. It's Dun & Bradstreet money. And I built their program too. So if I look at the 10 cards that I love, I'm going to show you exactly as I rebuild you. What if we get you a Spark for 100,000 times 9? What if we get you a blue B of A times 9? What if we get you a Wells Fargo times 9? What if we get you the ING card times 9? And what if we get you the Gold card times 9? This could be just the 5 cards up to $5 million of credit, not counting the other 5 cards. Then we have to focus on checkbook money. Your banks will give you checkbook money up to $150,000, literally unsecured, as long as you have a 2-year corporation and you have that 720 and above. After we're done rebuilding you, not a problem too. So I call that checkbook money. You can get up to $5.4 million of checkbook money, by the way. So again, we can have divisions and we can multiply the credit as fast as possible, but that's up to you. If you have a corporation, wait till next year if it's not 2 years old, or use it. If you want, you can get a corporation through me. We have 1 or 2 left at the office today. All right, they charge $9.99 for a shelf corp that you file in any state you want to, because you're paying the filing fee anyway. So if you want, during the broadcast only, I discount this at 50%. So you could literally get it for $499 if it was Zelle during this broadcast with me. Next, again, please never forget why cash credit, the ultimate goal, all the things you're trying to do. Now, here's a program. I call this the Master's Package. This is where you and I spend a lot of time together too. So what happens is very simple. All right, it's a private program. It's $100,000. And that's why people pay up to 10% for the credit. And in 2009, I got 10 people a day doing this. So let's understand, all right, how it works. It's $100,000. You get $45,000 of bonuses if you don't have them. If you have the pieces, you don't need them. Very simple. Or I'll fill the pieces you don't have so far. If you pay in full, you get a 50% discount to 50,000. If you have the bonuses, you don't need them, then it's 30,000. From here, you can literally put 10,000 down, all right, be added to the package, and that's basically with you and me. And then you can pay as I go and as you go. So in other words, 10,000 down, you pay payments out of all cards that I build you. Now, we're only allowing 10 people in this anyway. There's only a couple left. So if you missed it today, all I can tell you, the next one won't come up. It will have been next year. But next year, I'm not doing the 6 days a week thing. So understand, I even have specialty classes. They're in rotation every Saturday. There's 8 of them. This Saturday is stock kit, 8:30 in the morning. So I charge $9.99 for specialty classes, literally, or $4.99 per class. It's up to you. So this garbage, are you jacking up your credit? No. The faster we get you basically repackaged here, building cash credit to the corporate divisions, then you don't have to worry about this as much and don't screw it up anyway. So the out of this crazy crap has to stop. Knowing that I've informed you, there are 2 cards on planet Earth that allow you to max them out up to $1 million. All right, as long as you maintain the payment, are gold and platinum cards. Those are the cards you would jack up past 29%. So every application requires a certified CFO. If you need help and you want to use a credit card or something to process an order, email me, all right, and then ray@rayscredit.com, or it's your phone number and I'll email you back too. Or you can call and ask for Scott. He is our controller as well. Using borrow money, which is basically corporate credit, to finance a business makes sense. If it screws up, it's a division, you don't hurt the corporate or your family. All right, if you have to buy your lifetime income, that's important to do too, as we play. So keep in mind, the ultimate goal is have your cake and eat it too. Ray's rules, very simple. Become a certified CFO and literally never bring the pain home again. If I gave you a check for $1 million, hypothetically, what would you do with the check? Sorry, you'd put it in your personal account. I would tell you that's stupid. Why? It is. Out of $1 million, you get to keep 375. I would have told you put in the corporation and a division of you. Absorb the money, pay all the bills first, pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, how much taxes due? See, in front of you, which none of you really pay attention, which is the biggest problem. That's what makes you ducks and sheep. So 11 cities have filed bankruptcy so far. So we have the United States of America Incorporated. They get 50 corps called states. States get corporations called cities. They invent the Chapter 9 bankruptcy. All right, so they can bankrupt the debt and stay in business. So in other words, you can have the same thing too, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. But that's up to you as well. That's step number 9. So please Google bankruptcy today. SSN versus SS4. Who's going to win when duck can basically hit the fan? You have to understand how to package you. So if you let me add you to my credit system, I can build you up to $1 million of cash credit. You got to go to class, not following you on, and pay attention and follow through. Here's a starter package. Everybody starts at this. Let's rebuild the credit rapid score. If you have a corporate, build that one. If not, I'll give you articles, also tax ID for free. Every setup in level 1 is Wednesday, Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You get 90 days. So here what happened, it's $999, and I'm giving you $10,000 of bonus cash credit. Office gives you 5, I give you 10. If it's done during this broadcast, you get the 10. If you call the office after that, they'll just put it to the standard 5. Analyzation, 24 hours, add history, pop credit as soon as possible. That is becoming a certified CFO. So as we play the game, the discounted things offered today are only during the broadcast with me. It is a zell. From there, beat your doubt, run your own race, get out of my way, I rebuild you, please. Ultimate goal, getting past go. I think you're stuck, and your lack of knowledge is keeping you stuck. Ray's gift, no, God's gift in the harbor and the mansions. All right, yachts and race boats and Lamborghinis and buildings and helicopters too. I would like you to change your driver's license today, please, to a mailbox, etc., but that's up to you. Mailing or physical address would make sense to me, but you do what you want to do too. Number 12. As we play, let's look at the car you drive today. You went to the dealership. You got sweated for 5 hours. You wanted to leave, but they didn't let you. You let them basically treat you like a duck and a sheep. You lost $10,000 and probably basically 9 inquiries. That's not how you buy a car. So let's understand today, a car is fleet price tax ID division. Doesn't show up on personal reports. It's a corporate write-off, and that's how you play. If you want to get a house, never do it jointly. It makes no sense. Division process as well. If you did it for both two people, one screws up, the other one screwed up. Oh, no, thank you. The car shouldn't even be your car. So if you screw up a car or a house and they take it back, they can give it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you have a credit problem too. So let's understand, we have 49 bloodsucker attorneys on TV literally saying, if you get in a bumpity bump, let's go get you some money. Registered owner should be a division. Again, that's step 14, planning the problem. Number 15 is simple. Let's be an OPM. Registered owner for the Lamborghinis is a division. Makes sense. So every house you ever obtain to lease it out, please put it to a division. You don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up. Your paycheck should be your offset in your house payment. There's your taxes. Then the S corporation too. So basically, corporate tax. Amazon didn't pay any tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Why? Because they don't need to. You see, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. Ultimate goal. So if we look at his gentleman here, all right, Elon Musk, he bought Twitter within 24 hours. All right, using a line of credit. I call him Twilly D, Twilly Dumb, because he screwed it all up for everybody too. From here, he's got a spaceship. Okay, ultimate goal. The other two have spaceships too. So let's understand today we could join the club and basically win the battle too, if we want to play step 15. Carl here uses a line of credit to offset taxes on $1 billion. Walt Disney didn't want to pay tax on $1 billion, so they wrote an IOU to themselves. So let's think. If you are currently in one of the 6 months programs for video conferencing in workshops, I'm going to tell you it again and again, this Saturday is your last time. Okay, Saturday, your workshops and your video conferencing have come to an end. Just making sure you wrote it down on your calendar too. The ultimate goal, if you want, all right, you can basically get into a program for the next 90 days, video level 1, 2, and 3 in video conferencing. It's about $8,000. Today, it is $2,999. So about $3,000. Now you get 6 more months of goodies too. Up to you. All right, if you want phone calls, 1-3-7-26. It's up to you as well. It's a Zell. As we play, beat your, just got to run your race. Come on. Beat your doubt. You got to get through this garbage. Run your life to a corporate conjunction, please. All right, that's basically step 16. Ultimate goal, becoming a certified CFO. Let's pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. So that means your taxable income is paying the car payment. You could yell no and write off the car payment, gas, registration, insurance. But that's up to you, step 17. You can actually go look at an SS4 form, irs.gov. Find out it's telling you the truth when I said banking and credit purposes, and you never had to bring the pain home in the first place. You chose to do that listening to silly people too. So let's understand, Mama, she delivered a baby this morning. Within 2 hours, she was handed an SSN form, which is the SS5 form. Baby goes and the stroller goes home. See, for me, everything's rules and tools. Escrow, close, homestead, trust. You have a house and not in a trust, and they sue you, they take it away. When you die, you get stuck in a probate, your family got diddly squat. So the reality is, if you don't plan the problem, you bring it home to you, even when you're dead too. So let's understand today, you want to fix up a property, oh goody for you. The contractor is going to hire the subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot. Ultimate goal. If they slip, fall, and cut corners, what are they going to do? Sue you and take everything you got too. My way, they're going to get diddly squat. Maybe you'll think about irrevocable trust today too. So we can play step 19, 6 more to go. I get stupid people all the time that say I haven't paid tax, federal tax returns, and I call that stupid. See, you can't play with the IRS making a mess, okay? Wesley Snipes tried it. He went to prison for 3 years and got fined $5 million. That's called stupid, okay? Your ability to change your life. Don't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. If you try to go back to irs.gov, it's called a 656 form 433A and B. So let's understand becoming that certified CFO. There's some work to be done. Step number 20. Being an OPM, you save up to 70%. You don't pay a bill up to 90 days. You get $200,000 from an escrow. What do? You leverage it to $15 million. Borrow money is not taxable. And you set up the line of defense. Very simple to do. So let's play step what? 21, called Blackjack. Here's the Ray Reynolds University, 2009. Everything's going great. I got my $53 million of credit. Been building since I was 9.5, having fun, get to die. All right, my life gets stolen, get to come back and help you. Locations in 3 other states, up to $1 million a day. What am I going to do when things went wrong in my life? Go boo-hoo-hoo like most of you? Feel sorry for myself? Hell no, I got to go to work. Got to fight for my life. It's called see it, believe it, go get it. From there, I took out my closet divisions. I have 5 of those. You should always have 5 closet divisions. And then I build another $1 million of credit. That's step 22. 1,000 steps to millionaire, become the certified CFO. If you don't have the Millionaire's Founders Kit, it's free today. All 12 books and CDs, as long as you Zelle $99, and that covers shipping and handling too. There's your Zelle, and now. As we play, remember I'm online 6 days a week. Currently, this is my last and final year of 6 days a week. Done it for 45 years. Credit, loan, and money. The faster you get to the 100,000, that's financial freedom. That's 10,000 to 50,000 a month. All right, residual income. Think about Section 8s as well. Maybe properties, and leave your legacy to your family under the irrevocable trust, please. But that's up to you. Another $10,000 to $50,000 a month. So we're going to go through the 18 books and CDs on the boot camp, but our goal is leaving legacies this time and making sure we plan to die. That is, all right, the theme of this boot camp coming next week. So again, run fast, run hard, look behind. You have a $10 million company, and always remember the biggest problem you have is you. Don't think, just do. Very simple. Expos, franchises, hedge funds, and don't miss the boot camp for you. So here's the program. It's called the Ultimate Package. Private calls with me for 30 days in the boot camp, 90 days of workshops, all of them in 9 divisions. So you have 6 different things you can pick. Based on the dollars you did in your bonus credit, you get all those other goodies too. So if you need to, take a picture, because that way you know what needs to be done too. As we play, it's a Zelle. So keep in mind a corporation is a legal person. The divisions give you the ability to create multiple functions. And the bottom line is the divisions protect the corporate and your family. Without them, you're a duck and a sheep. The reality is that that's up to you, but I don't want it to be me. So every tax ID is entitled to a credit report. Again, my dashboards, I set them up for you. That's Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. 9 divisions up to $1 million of credit. 41 up to literally $5 million of credit. Our choice is simple. If you want a pack of 10, you just let me know. That's how you build up to the $1 million. As we play, they offer 99 cards per card. And again, they give you lines of credit as well. So if we do this correctly my way, 2000 of history, tax ID, credit reports, that means I'm building corporate umbrellas for you. That means I'm going to charge you $4.99 for each division, 1 or 3 for $14.97. The office charges $1,000 each. So again, it's a Zelle today. What are you willing to lose? Family? No. Corporation? No. Divisions. If we're going to play the game, a division is a duck and a sheep. My way, we're both going to checkmate starting today, no matter what happens. So as long as we don't have the intent to do fraud, we won't bring the pain home again. Reaching the dream, think to be the impossible, raise rules, corporation divisions, building a corporate umbrella, training people to be a certified CFO. Again, I like the goodies. Would you like to be next? So let me add you to my credit system. What do I get to do? Analyze your credit and show you get the American dream. Then call your case number on a Saturday in rotation at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. Ultimate goal for you. Next, never have joint credit, it's just in the way. All right, buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporations sued, they sue you. Why do people spend thousands for a piece of paper that's free? I don't understand, stupid. Divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, the line of defense, raise rules, giving bonus cash credit. And we can write it all off and take away your excuses. Ultimate goal. So as we play, that is step 24 today. So keep in mind, it's very simple. 750 is waiting for you. Analyze, rapid rescore, ability to rebuild your credit. All right, 750 score, class on Saturday, and basically it's $9.99. Normally, today it is discounted to $4.99, and you get a $500 card too. Ultimate goal, that's all you got to do. It's called Zell. Starter package for millionaire. Let's rebuild the credit. Rapid scores for your 750 score as a CFO. You need to be. Articles also tax are free if you don't have them already. Set up level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So for $9.99, I'm going to repackage your life. I'm going to give you $10,000 in credit as extra bonus because you did it now. Call the office, they'll give you $5,000. Add history, very simple. Analyze, pop credit as soon as possible, and rebuild your life my way into corporate millionaire. It is a Zell. It's all you got to do. So keep in mind, if you want to give referrals, we'll build more credit or we'll Zell you back 10%. Please make sure they name your name when they sign up, not they blew it for you. You want to make sure you get the credit for that referral too. You email me the name and phone number, our controller will call them right away. Simple to do. A corporation, all right, remember banks, bankrupt locations called branch numbers. I want you to have a corp and divisions because that's the only way you don't bring the pain to the corp and your family. But that's up to you. Simple, stop bringing the pain home. All right, become a certified CFO and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look beyond that curtain. Stop bringing the pain home and understand we have to stay safe and strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So keep in mind today, the ultimate day. So all you got to do right now is Zell. If you need some help, you can call this number, 800-254-9506. You can ask for Scott. He's the controller. He'll help you write it up too, in case you want to use a credit card as well. Keep in mind, we like Zelle because there's no fee. Credit cards, they want 5%, the bank does. So we do our best. Jesus and God does the rest, and amen to that too. And at the end of the day, never forget that God loves us all too.